A House of Dynamite is the brand new Netflix original film that hit the service this past weekend. The film is directed by Catherine Bigelow, who's known for films like directing Zero Dark 30 and The Hurt Locker. This is her first directorial film since 2017's Detroit. And in this movie, we live in the United States now where there is beginning of a nuclear war as an unknown threat hits the United States as they have an incoming nuclear bomb that will destroy one major U.S. city. The film goes through multiple perspectives of this. If it's the president, who's played by Idris Elba, Rebecca Ferguson plays a character who's working for the White House on making sure it stops. Gabriel Brosso's in this movie, Jared Harris, Tracy Letts, Anthony Ramos, Moses Ingram, Greta Lee, Jason Clark, Caitlin Deaver, many others are in this film. It's an hour and 52 minutes and is rated R. Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new review here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Zenrick. We're talking A House of Dynamite. So if you're new to the channel, guys, please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I do movie, TV show reviews, out-of-theater reactions, movie franchise rankings, box office breakdown shows. I'm trying to get to 400 subscribers by the end of the year, so please subscribe to help me do so. Comment down below. What are your thoughts on A House of Dynamite? Did it underwhelm you? Did it surprise you? Do you want to see this movie be a focal point in awards season, or should it not be even a focus at all? Where does this rank for you in Bigelow's filmography? Would love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section down below. So guys, please hit that thumbs up button. So I was actually pretty excited for this movie. I am a big fan of Catherine Bigelow. If that's directing Point Break, if that's directing I Love Zero Dark 30 and The Hurt Locker, was really underwhelmed by Detroit back in 2017. And it's crazy that a filmmaker of her credibility has taken an 8-year hiatus from another movie coming out. But this cast was phenomenal. For months, this has been a movie rumored to be a big part of awards season. So I was gearing up to get excited to watch House of Dynamite, and I gotta say, this is the most underwhelming experience I've had going in, or the most disappointed experience I've had going into a movie all year. Even though I was hearing some tricklings that this movie was not particularly that great, I still was very excited because, again, some of these actors I love. Rebecca Ferguson, if you're new to my channel, she's one of my 3, 4, 5 favorite actresses working today. Like a day one Rebecca Ferguson fan. So the fact that she's in it, I've been supporting Idris Elba. His career, he's an amazing actor. Bigelow, I was here for this movie, but this is an underwhelming experience. And it's weird because even though I heard some things that it wasn't good, the first 20 minutes of this movie, I was like, what are people talking about? I am locked in. It was intense. It was thrilling. Because again, this movie is basically a political, I guess, thriller, where there's a nuclear missile that's going to blow up a U.S. city. The whole U.S. government is trying to figure out how to either stop this bomb from hitting that U.S. city, and then if there's a backup plan, how to counter this attack. Do nothing, hope it was a one-time attack, or attack other neighbors who may be not involved in this attack. And I think this is a genius concept because we do live in such a dangerous climate now, not just for the United States, but the world. There's been a lot of wars going on lately, and so many people are feeling like a World War III is not the furthest thing from reality at this point. So a nuclear bomb and hitting a U.S. city, how do each member of the government, if it's a president, if it's someone who's working on the White House staff, if it's a reporter, if it's a military commander who has to try to maybe drop the bomb on other people. This movie is trying to give you so many different perspectives on the same thing, and this movie became increasingly annoying, convoluted, with an ending so unsatisfying, it does not leave a good taste in your mouth. As I said, the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes is really intense, but this movie really takes place in 3 different chapters, and they're each showing completely different perspectives on the same conversation. So you have in one chapter, it's focused more on Rebecca Ferguson's character. Another chapter is really heavily focused on Idris Elba's president character. And then in the middle section of you have more focused on like Tracy Letts and Gabriel Brasso and Jared Harris's characters. They kind of split it up by chapters, but again, it's one Zoom conversation. You hear the Zoom conversation, the same one in each chapter. And I am someone in movies who both loves ambiguous endings, which I do, and I also love movies that do give you different perspectives on the same story. For example, Weapons earlier this year, that whole movie is each character in that movie gets their own chapter in that film of their perspective of what's happened on the movie so far. And a lot of the time in movies, it's benefits the movie, but the structure of this movie is single-handedly why this movie is a bad movie. The film is written by Noah Oppenheim, who has written films like Jackie, The Maze Runner, Allegiant, some very interesting projects. And Now You See Me 2 is involved in the thanks section as well. This is a structurally broken movie where you're really not connecting to any of the characters in the movie. The opening, I was like, okay, I'm kind of connected to Rebecca Ferguson, her family, and the person she's working with, his family as well, who's played by Malachi Beasley. I was like, okay, I'm at least connected to these two characters, but they're just barely in the movie. They're not really brought back for any of the chapters. And each chapter gives you people who either have a marriage, have kids, have a girlfriend, something like that. But that's just not enough to make me care about these characters. What also doesn't help is these people are not acting like people in the highest powers of government. Idris Elba is good. This is one of the worst presidents I've seen in a movie or show, maybe ever. This guy does not act like a president whatsoever throughout the entire film. He's being shocked that he has to make these unbelievable decisions instead of, you're the president, you signed up to be in position to do these things, and he's still shocked at the moment of him having to make these decisions. Who he's asking for to help or is ridiculous as the movie goes on. And again, everything is so surface level. They just don't, you feel so distant to the characters. And the excuse is, well, they're just Americans working the White House and they have families. So that's good enough for me as an audience member to be thrilled. And I was thrilled early on because they gave me enough with Ferguson and Beasley's characters where I was like, okay, this makes sense. But it's only like a third, if that, of the movie. And it cuts to completely different people who become least. The movie has least interesting characters as it goes on, I would say. Anthony Ramos, Rebecca Ferguson, and Beasley's characters were interesting, but that's just the first 25, 30 minutes, and they're not really in the movie that much after that. And the film sometimes builds so much good tension and momentum, and then it gets killed because we have to rewind all the way back, watch the same Zoom conference that we've already watched like 4 times in the movie, and just see each of the characters on Zoom's their perspective. And the movie becomes increasingly annoying, flat, distant. The performances are good. It's a very well-made movie. The score is also, I think, excellent, but this is a film that to me is structurally broken. And while I was intense for the first act, all that tension, every time the movie feels like you're on the edge of your seat, it kills that tension really quickly. And I absolutely hate the ending of this movie. Gives me no satisfaction. And not in like, this movie just doesn't have an ending, in my opinion. It just does not have an ending. It's one or two least favorite endings of the year in movies. And this is one I can't believe I'm rating this low, but it's just my overall opinion. I'm giving A House of Dynamite 1.5 out of 5. I am going 34% for A House of Dynamite. Shockingly, how bad this movie is. What are your thoughts on it? Let me know down in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys on another video here talking all things movies very soon.